In 2005, life pushed me beyond the familiar soil where I had grown. But my journey with work didn't start then. It began much earlier, when I was just 11 years old, tending to chickens for my beloved aunt. She would visit every few weeks, check on her birds, and slip me small gifts as payment. I still remember that Christmas when she gave me a silk chiffon skirt and blouse, the most beautiful clothes I had ever owned. For a child used to thrifted second-hand clothes and dresses sewn by our church tailors, that gift was more than fabric. It was a taste of dignity, of possibility. Being the firstborn meant I was also my mother's little assistant. I helped with her condiment trade, goods displayed on a wooden table by the roadside, or in the village market every fortnight. At dawn and dusk, I hawked plantain and banana, weaving through the village calling out to strangers. There was no pay, no wage, just duty. Though I would confess, sometimes I slipped a few coins into my pocket when no one was watching. Don't tell anyone I said so. I was introduced to money early, not as luxury, but as survival. And survival I soon learned demands sacrifice. By 2005, the weight of survival fell harder on my father's shoulder. A single man raising 5 children after my mother's passing 9 years earlier. He was my hero, but heroes too grow weary. His business crumbled, his face carried worry, and the man I admired slowly dimmed before my eyes. That was when I knew it was my turn to step up. I remembered my first trip to Lagos back in 2000. Until then, Onitsha and Kaduna were the biggest cities I had seen. But Lagos? Lagos was a world of its own. Chaotic, magnetic, alive with endless hustle. I heard a saying there for the first time: shit business is serious business. In Lagos, if you had the creativity, you could turn even death into gold. So, in 2005, against my dad's protest, I dropped out of school temporarily and boarded that journey to Lagos. I believed Lagos was where survival was possible for anyone. And for a daughter who wanted to see her father live long enough to enjoy his golden years, I prayed that Lagos would not turn its back on me. The road was tough. It always is. But Lagos gave me just enough. By 2007, I returned to school with fresh determination. Yet, I also carried a decision in my heart. Never again would I go back to Lagos searching for greener pastures. The hustle there, it grinds you. It rewards you, yes, but it takes more than it gives. Today, people often ask me, so how is business in Uyo? This city some boldly call the Dubai of Africa. Here's the truth. Uyo cannot be compared to Lagos, Port Harcourt or Abuja. The opportunities here are fewer. Jobs are limited. The pace is slower, but the battles, they are fewer too. And that in itself is a gift. Yes, the cost of living is rising, rent is creeping up, food is biting harder. But Uyo still offers breathing room. It is a place for those who wish to build steadily, whether in catering, online business, farming, real estate, which here costs only a fraction of what bigger cities demand. But let's be honest, Uyo is not for everyone. Smaller cities attract a certain kind of soul. Some thrive in its calm, while others suffocate in its silence. And unlike the smaller cities in the West that are often painted as havens of opportunity, Nigerian smaller cities run on an entirely different rhythm. So, before you pack your bags, fueled by what you see online, come first. Walk Uyo streets, feel its air, taste its silence, and if it whispers to you, you would know whether to stay or go. Because sometimes the right city doesn't give you everything, it simply gives you enough. And sometimes enough is all we truly need.